G'day friends, welcome to our weekly Facebook Live. It's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Australia. So on Monday I posted a sketch layout for us to have a play with. So this was the layout that was posted, and today I thought we would create a card using this layout, and I also have another card that I will show you at the end, created from the same layout, and I'm going to use the same product for both cards as I did on the first card, just to give you two different looks. Okie dokie, so we'll just put that to the side. So today what I'm going to be using is the Best Butterflies stamp set. It's a bit of a whimsical one, but I'll be honest and say I wasn't keen on it when I first saw it, but I'm loving the bright colours and all the effects you can get with the stamps and the dies. So this is the dies. They're the dies, and I'll just be using that little butterfly there. So can you see that there? Just that one. So it's a simple card with minimum supplies, but that's always a good thing. And then we're going to be using the DSP. So one side of the DSP is basically all butterflies or flowers. So this is our butterfly side. As you can see, they're all bold and bright, and this is the flower side. Not the flower side, but the same side with flowers. Then you've got your other opposite side, and it's just different patterns, which is great because you can use them for all occasions. You could even use them for males if you wanted to, you know, not the greens or purples, but, well, you could. Nothing to say you can't. So what I'm going to be using today is this one and that side. Okie dokie. And we're going to be using Parakeet Party for our base card, along with Night of Navy, the DSP, a little bit of Calypso Coral, and I've already punched, or not punched, but die cut my butterfly, and a little bit of fresh freesia. Okay, so let's get going. So this is our base card, and I've folded it landscape long ways, tent fold I suppose you'd call it. So what we're going to do is we're doing this little bit here, so I'm going to cut off about 1 3/4, okay, from this side, which is about 4.5. It's just before the 2 inches. Fingers crossed that's right. And well, I'll bring that back in, because what we're going to do is cut our DSP. So I'm going to cut it about 1.5, which is about 3.78 centimetres. Okay, 1.5. Yep. So we've got that in 2 pieces. Now I'm going to be using the opposite sides of the DSP, and we're going to bring in our piece of Night of Navy, and what we're going to do, I'm going to be using this side. Now when you've got paper that runs one pattern or one way, make sure you're cutting the right way when you do it, because you don't want your butterflies to be flying that way. Okie dokie. So we're just going to glue this down. Now, I must apologise in advance because my hands are very cold today. It's very cold and windy outside. And I seem to be all thumbs. Oh, scared myself then. I thought I'd done it the wrong side. So we're just going to stick this down to the right side of the Night of Navy. Just like that. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a piece of basic white and we're going to stick this to the left side because this is going to be our writing side. Okie dokie. So we'll do that while we're here. Now, as I said, I wasn't keen on this paper or anything, but I'm quite enjoying playing with these bright colours. They're great for kids. Okay, so that's done. Then we'll bring in our base card. So we've just done that little bit there. Okay, now this is just my interpretation of the layout. So you might have another interpretation. So we're just going to stick that there, just like that. Oops. As I said, I'm all thumbs today. So we'll put this in here. And that will be the inside of our card done. So that's that. And we've still got a little bit of Night of Navy showing down the side. Then what we're going to do is bring in a piece of Night of Navy, which I haven't pre-cut. So we'll do that now. I just need to measure. So we want that about 3 7/8 by, okay, whoops. So just bear with me. So I want that at about 3 7/8, which is about 9.8 centimetres. And I'm going to bring it at about 4. I'll try 4 first. It may be too wide now, but we can always trim it back. No, that's pretty good. So this will probably be a little bit longer. I need it to go that way actually, don't I? Yep, I need both of these to be shorter. So that is 4. So we'll take that about 4 3 7/8, which is about nearly a square. And while we're here, 3 7/8, we'll chop this back to about 3 3/4 and see how we go. Yep, looks pretty good to me. So we're going to stick this piece down onto a piece of Night of Navy. Now just remember, a sketch layout, you don't have to, it's only a starting point, so you don't have to be exact. it's your own interpretation. As long as you stick to close enough to it, you're right. And then we're going to stick this to our card, the front of our flap, card front, just like that. And I want to match up the Night of Navy layer to the inside. Okay, just like that. And that is the basis of our card done. So as I said, this is my interpretation, and I thought we'd try a bit of a fun fold. Okay, so then what we're going to do is bring in a piece of basic white, and we're going to stamp our sentiment. I'm actually going to use Sending Good Vibes. I like that, and I like the font in here too. It's very whimsical and fun. And I'm using Calypso Coral. And I always like to stamp onto scrap paper first, just so that I know I've got it straight. Yep. And I'm going to, I'll bring that down, so I may be out of camera for a little bit, so just bear with me. And when I'm stamping it, I'm going to stamp it towards the right hand side, only because I want my butterfly on the left a little bit. Okay, so that's it there, and I've left a little bit there. We're going to chop this off. And I'll chop a little bit off from the side too. Okay. Then we're going to bring in a little piece of Calypso Coral cardstock, and we're going to stick that to the bottom of our stamped sentiment. And I'm going to have a little bit showing down the right side. Whoops, I'm all thumbs today. With a little bit showing along the bottom. Whoops, getting that straight. That looks pretty good. So that's about it. Then what we're going to do, we're just going to put that to the side like that, onto the card front, just like that, okay? But we're going to pop it up. So we'll just grab our dimensionals. They're the little ones. I want the big ones. Can't find the big ones. So we'll just use these. Now, when you're putting this on, or if you're going to glue it on, make sure that it doesn't overlap this side, because that's the side that is going to go over the flap a little bit, and if you do that, you're not going to be able to open your card. So we'll just make sure that that goes about there, I think. Yep. Sticking it down just gently, and that's it. And I think that looks straight now. Okay, now as I said, I've die cut my butterfly, and what we're going to do is we're just going to pop it off to the side like that, just like that. Okay, I might just chop a little bit off here. And to stick my butterfly on, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down the middle and put it right there. And that will stick there like that. So that is the, oops. I'll just wait for that to dry. If you wanted to, you could put a little dimensional here and there. That's if that's solid. If you had a solid image, I'd put one there, but not if it's cut like that. But you could put a mini one underneath the wing there. But I'm going to leave it. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in some twine. And this is the Parakeet Party from the 22-24 in colour Baker's Twine pack. We're just going to make a little bow, chop that off, grab a dimensional, smooth that across a little bit for you. Just grab a dimensional. I'm just going to pop it down there because as I said, my hands are a little bit cold. I seem to be all thumbs. So I'll put it straight onto there. There you go. Okay, are we back? Yeah, my internet cut out then. So what I'm going to do, what I've done is just stuck that on there like that with a mini glue dot. Then if you didn't want that, you could put your bling down the centre of your butterfly if you wanted to. And then I'm going to finish it off with a couple of the Funflower resin shapes. So these come with, don't come, but are part of the suite. And I thought it'd be fun to use these as well. So we're going to stick a few of these. I think this is crushed curry colour. And we're just going to put a couple up here. And I'll grab a little one. And that's it. That's all we'll do. Okay, so that's Calypso Coral. I think that's crushed curry, fresh freesia, Night and Navy, and Parakeet Party. And that is our card. Easy peasy. Still following the basic layout of the sketch. So that's card number 1. And then I did another card when I first did the sketch. I created this card from the sketch, and that's the second one. Okay, that's just your basic fold, and I've just used the leftover paper for the inside that was cut off, and that is card number 2. So there's 2 ideas using that sketch layout. Okie dokie. Okay, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. See ya. Hooray.